Are you aware that 60% of your brain is actually made of fat? And a little known fact is that the brain has the second highest concentration of fats in your whole body. So it's no surprise that eating the wrong kinds of fats is going to bring about mental health problems. I'm nutritionist and naturopath Sheridan Genrich, and I want to congratulate you on joining us for this program. As they say, knowledge is power, and if you're joining us for the first time, I'm so excited to have you here. So for this month's nutrition topic, you guessed it, we're talking about using the right kinds of fats for your brain so that it can optimize brain function and make you live a better quality of life. But please bear in mind, the information in this program is purely educational and designed for the group as a whole. It's not designed to replace the needs of your primary healthcare professional. By far and away, the most influential lifestyle choice that we make as it relates to our overall health and the control we make in our lives is around our food choices. But let's recap on the other important factors like attitude, mobility, and environment, including toxins and stress. So on for our discussion for eating the right kinds of fats for a sharp, healthy mind. Our brain is a very sensitive organ, and there's a bunch of things in our modern lifestyle and food supply that are really causing some trouble. Everything from processed foods and nutrient deficiencies or even excesses cause the messages in our brain cells that they're sending to each other to get muddled or disconnected. Now, research on brain science has found that concentration, focus, memory, and mood all occur across an enormous network of interconnected brain cells. And each of these specialized cells relies on a good supply of nutrients from the foods we eat in order to work efficiently. Well, when something goes wrong in the physical structure of our brain, that's the physical flesh in our brain, our emotions and cognitive ability will be influenced. Then as a consequence, so will our behavior. And on the flip side, as the brain is the greediest organ in our body, when it is satisfied, it sets off a cascade of improved health on an overall level in a domino-like effect. So the wrong kinds of fats also make the fatty membranes around each of these cells stiff and rigid, so that the brain cells can't have smooth conversations with each other and the messages become muddled or lost. It's like when you walk into a room and you've forgotten why you walked in there. It's one of those moments where that message has just got lost between the brain cells. And then this results in sluggish thinking, lack of motivation, anxiety or depression, maybe difficulty learning a new skill or even recalling one. It also results in poor sleep and a lowered pain threshold. So the right kinds of fats in our diet make a healthy brain cell membrane that is supple, flexible, and elastic. This allows the nutrients and oxygen to flow into and out of the brain cell as it should, and the toxins can then get out. It's a bit like if you left a plastic bottle in the sunshine and you want it to be able to, be flexible and bend, and that's what the brain does. It can also grow back as well when it's with the right kind of nutrients as well. It's important to understand that the oils and fats you choose to cook with must be heat stable. The chemical structure of these oils and fats actually changes under certain temperatures, and polyunsaturated vegetable oils are not heat stable. They oxidize readily and are a direct cause of heart disease and many other chronic diseases. But let's start with the good oils for cooking and heating. First up, we have coconut oil. Now this one, unlike many vegetable oils, is not extracted using dangerous chemicals and extreme heat, which in itself makes it easier and safer to consume. The most beneficial grade of coconut oil is raw, unrefined or virgin coconut oil, which is great to use for heating and baking up to moderate temperatures of around 175, 180 degrees Celsius. And if the taste is a problem, then you can find refined coconut oil. And this has the flavour and scent removed, but in a deodorizing type of process. But always check that the refined oils that you buy are not hydrogenated, as this creates trans fats. Other good oils or fats to cook with include ghee, which can be used at high temperatures. The Indians love that one. Animal fats such as lard, tallow, and poultry fat. Yes, I know we're returning to the olden days kind of fats, but it was probably the reason we didn't have all the mental health issues that we've got in our world today. The other good fats are avocado oil, which can only be used at lower temperatures, low to moderate. Butter, again used at low temperatures, is actually safer. And macadamia oil, only at a low to moderate temperature. And palm oil is another one that's also heat stable, but due to its popularity, it's resulted in the destruction of some rainforests in Indonesia during the harvesting of that. So if you want to use palm oil, I suggest you look for a certified sustainable palm oil type products. Next up are the oils to use for dressings, but not heating. This is on your salads or over vegetables. And these include avocado oil, try and look for cold pressed where you can. Flaxseed oil, again cold pressed. And olive oil is another great one that the Mediterraneans and Europeans love to dip in their bread, and that's because again it's not heated. It's very safe when it's not heated at high temperatures. Try and look for extra virgin only. It's great to use at the end of sauces and casseroles, again because it's not heated much. And oils that you really want to always avoid, or heated or otherwise, include your common vegetable oils like canola oil, sunflower oil, rice bran oil, which unfortunately has been given some popularity of late, soybean oil, safflower oil, corn oil, and grapeseed oil. These are not beneficial for the body or the brain. And you'll know that many of these oils are found in processed and takeaway foods. So it's another good reason to find healthy options when you're out. Look for places that are using, the safer type oils, or make your meals as often as possible. Again, it's not completely avoiding, but it's trying to do the best we can most of the time. I like to live by that 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you're really doing what you can to benefit your health. So next up are nuts and seeds that are good for the brain cell membranes. Now, the essential fats are just that. They're fats that cannot be made in the body, and so they need to come from the diet or supplementary sources. And they fit into two categories. You've heard of the omega-3 and the omega-6 fats, more than likely. So the typical Australian diet usually results in a lack of omega-3s and an excess of omega-6 fats. The omega-6 fats are found in many processed foods and are listed in all those oils that you really want to avoid above. The good omega-3 fats and seeds are, but you never want to heat these, are chia seeds and flax seeds. Also, obviously salmon is in that category, but we're fitting in with just nuts and seeds for the moment. And your good omega-6 oils, but you don't want to heat these, include pumpkin seeds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, safflower seeds, sesame seeds, and hemp seeds. So the good monounsaturated fats that you can occasionally heat include almonds, avocados, Brazil nuts, cashew nuts, macadamia nuts, hazelnuts, olives, pecan nuts, peanuts occasionally, and pistachios. So now the question that you're probably wondering most of all is it actually better, or is margarine safe, or is butter better to eat? It's probably not the first time you've heard it in the recent years, but in my comprehensive research about margarine, I've found that it's made by an industrialized chemical process. that includes other harmful ingredients added in. It's never just 1 or 2 ingredients if you check your labels. So apart from just changing the chemical structure of the vegetable oil, which we now know in itself is actually harmful, it's a very damaging product to the brain and the body. So really, if you do nothing else other than just get rid of your margarine, I'd be really happy to see that happen. Butter, on the other hand, is made by a churning cream or milk. It's a natural process, no other ingredients added. And when you don't heat it too high or overeat it, then it is actually safe to eat. So there's no good reason really to ever consume margarine. And this goes for the other softened butters, that if you check your labels, you'll see that they are margarine as well. They've just added ingredients to soften them, making them like a trans fat. And the other vegetable oil type spreads that you can get out there as well. I really hope that this information is useful for you to use today and for optimizing your long-term brain health function. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for listening. And until next time, be well.